There's one question that has been popping up in my mind more and more as the days go on. And I know I've seen Shebits many times in the comments in these past few weeks ask me, why is Saitama bald? What is the real reason for our main character Saitama being bald? So today I want to discuss what I truly believe is the reason for Saitama being bald. And I have to say, this might be very interesting for a whole lot of you, because this might give you information that you might not have ever known about when it comes to the baldness of men. Now, what is the reason why Saitama is bald? Is it because the mangaka wanted Saitama to stand out from the other overpowered superheroes, for instance, like Goku, Vegeta, or any other characters like Naruto and all that, and wanted, Saitama to stand out because he has no hair, and it was kind of making fun of the ordeal of, how superheroes or, main characters in shonen would become incredibly strong, but all of a sudden, sometimes their hair would change. For instance, Goku when he powers up to Super Saiyan. Maybe the reason why the design of Saitama was to make fun of shonen, which we do know One Punch Man is a series to make fun of other genres. And we do know the reason why Saitama's entire appearance, the way he's designed, he's made to look as plain and boring as possible, because that's also supposed to make fun of how these other characters in other shonen series are so bizzazzed up with their design, and how Saitama's stronger than them, but he's all just boring as fuck, and everybody else in the series of One Punch Man also looks amazing with their designs, but the strongest person is the plainest one, which goes along with the discussion I have about why Saitama is bald. So the reason why I think Saitama is bald is something that is little and is known to be in the human body, and it is a sex steroid. Now, before you start saying, oh my god, what the hell are you getting at? This little sex steroid is called DHT. Now, DHT is a real-life sex steroid that is in the human body. And majority of you probably have never heard of this or didn't know at all what this is about, and you probably think, like, what are you talking about? I didn't know next to nothing about this either until I started looking into it myself, because I was just wanting to find out, how someone could go bald. How could Saitama go bald? So I went online, looked up everything that could go around training, and I came across multiple articles with weight training or training in general or exercise that could cause this chemical DHT. Now you're thinking, okay, so what is this DHT? Well, as we all know, I think we've all heard about this chemical once before in the human body, testosterone. We know that this type of enzyme is inside of the human body. This chemical can convert into DHT with exercise, or just over time it does convert. But with a lot of exercise, testosterone can convert into DHT, and DHT has been linked to hair loss, balding in men. Now, the main thing for this that you want to take note of, just because you have high levels of DHT does not mean that you will instantly go bald. The main thing that you need to take note of is that DHT only really affects hair loss on men when the man or the person in question was kind of going to lose their hair anyways, or they were prone in their genetics to lose hair. And as we know, Saitama is an average man. He's been constantly built up multiple times in the anime, the manga, the original One Punch manga series done by the real author. It's been told many times that Saitama is an average man. He's an average man. It's demonstrated multiple times the way he acts, the way he does his superhero business, the way he, carries himself in the world, and also how he goes out and goes to different days to go shopping and get discounts. It's been proven time and time again that Saitama is an average male person. He isn't weak, he isn't super strong, he was average. Even though we know how strong he is, he began as an average man. And so, as we know, Saitama took a training menu. He took a training menu for 3 years, and he did some of the average basic training that you see humans do nowadays, and you think about it, you're like, how could someone get that strong? Which, that is a discussion for another day. But as we know, when you exercise, which I've already covered, you get testosterones that convert into DHT, which is linked to balding. So, with Saitama constantly training for 3 years, and we know that there's hints and theories about why he got stronger, which will probably lead into another video eventually. It might have been because the rise in this DHT could have caused it to where he lost his hair. And since his body slowly built up strength over time, it made it to where his skin and everything just grew into a way to where it couldn't allow hair. Like, his hair just died. His hair follicles and everything just died because of the baldness, you know, with DHT. And with that, I feel like that's probably a likely theory of how Saitama is bald. So that's about it. That is my discussion on why I think Saitama is bald. It's because of DHT, which is a real life thing in the human body. And I bet I just scared a lot of people with this information, because now if you're doing a lot of training and you're like, I want to be Goku or Saitama, you're like, oh shit, I want to go fucking bald. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night. And if you have your own theories about why he's bald, let me also know. Please be safe. Chibi out.